break of dawn. A grandma called grandpa. This is what she said. Well, the boy's too young, might as well be dead. Boogie, until the break of dawn. Oh, yeah. Oh, feels so good. I wanna boogie until the break of dawn. When the old folks leave up and the young ones leave up, can't nobody, baby.
Well, welcome to... Oh, yeah, get my microphone here. Hello, welcome to Simon NoChaNoMa, Simon's Living Room. And hopefully you can hear me now and the music will have stopped and I'll have achieved something correctly. Stop screen. Yes, there we go. Welcome to everybody who is joining now, joining later, watching the replay. I've had 3 glasses of wine, nearly. I'm all oiled up and ready to go. Hello, Peppo. Hello, Cobra T, who has just friended me on Instagram, so you can see my thousands of posts. Hello, Phil. Yes, Phil's there. I did comment on your video. So it has had 6 views. We're not failures, Phil. We do this because we like doing it. We have this creative urge that we have to get out. We're flooding people with our dam is breaking and we're wetting everybody. Yes, go and watch Phil's video and make him happy. Oh, you hardly post. Well, you will have to now. Now that I've followed you, you will have to go out and take pictures of cakes and flowers and cats and stuff around California and put filters on them and I can like them and that sort of thing. We're all failures, but that's okay. Yes, I mean, but by what criteria do we judge ourselves? That's the question. You know, we're either alive or dead, and that's the criteria. The pressure, yes, the pressure, Instagram pressure, so social media. I've been looking actually at Cobra T and 3 other gang members who some of you may be familiar with. Mindy's mom, Night Rider's gal, who sometimes pops in here, and somebody who once I think has popped in here. That's Lady Murasaki, otherwise known as Joyce. They may be appearing on the show, except for Cobra T, who doesn't want to appear, who doesn't have a webcam. I hope you've got a microphone. I've been investigating how to animate 2D avatars. I was thinking of maybe sort of animating your snake so that when you talked, your snake's mouth would move. I don't know. That's something. I mean, they will be joining hopefully in April. All 4 of them will sort of storm the show and we'll get lots of views. You do have a mic. I can't promise anything, Cobra T. I mean, I've been looking on sort of to see how you can create an avatar and whatnot, and whether it would work live. That's the thing. And there's plenty where you can create an avatar and have it in your video, but to have one that responds like on Instagram and Snapchat filters, where you can turn into a cat or a pig or whatever. Cobra T works for MI5 or the NSA. So how are you all? I'm well, as Peppo knows, my negotiations regarding a potential guest for today fell through. Potential guest, the young lady YouTuber in Japan, asked me for questions. I sent her questions, and she was quite happy with the questions. And then she replied, "How many people will be watching?" So I thought, what's my average viewership during a live show? 9. And then she said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Can I skip it for this time?" Yes. Okay. So that fell through. So I'm now counting on. But I did get a message from Jaded in Japan, or Sunny from Jaded in Japan, because I commented on, and they're all up for doing a collab. So at the end of the month, Jaded in Japan will be back, and that should be a fun show. 9 was too few, probably. I'm not sure. She's never done a live stream. She does live streams on Instagram, and I've been to a couple of those. Just sort of random, where you know on Instagram you can't schedule it. You just sort of go live, and she's had more than sort of 9 people, watching that. So I don't know. Perhaps she's just shy, or I'm just too much the same age bracket as her dad or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I mean, it's not completely out of the question that she could join, but almost. As I said in my on my Facebook spiel, if you looked at my Facebook spiel for the advert for this show, and the Kichigaii, I'm a Kichigaii. I like kitsch. No, it means it's apparently a very offensive word. The NHK has banned it, and it's not allowed to be used. It's so very for Japanese. It's very un-PC to call somebody Kichigaii. Means retarded, or it also means when I looked up somebody who's very absorbed and enthusiastic about something, and I thought it applied to me with regard to Japan, but it also could be applied to me. It also means crazy or a lunatic, so it could also apply on those points as well. Scared of a large audience. I don't know. Most of her sort of commenters appear to be sort of between the ages of 12 and 25. So she perhaps might feel intimidated being in people her parents' age, in a company of people her parents' age. I'm not sure. So, as I said on my Facebook spiel, do I care? Do you care? Who cares? Who cares whether we're Kichigaii or not? I mean, it's that's what adds variety to the world. The PC is starting to pop up everywhere. Yes, I mean, the idea behind PC was perfectly legitimate. People just got carried away. That's all. I mean, the opposite of PC is rather nasty. But to go to the other end of the extreme is as the Buddha said. Not that I'm a big fan of the Buddha. I mean, but he did say some interesting things. The middle way. The middle way is always good. Yes. I mean, no disrespect to Buddhists, but he was a bloke in his 30s who said life is suffering while his wife was there pregnant, giving birth to their child, who he then left to their own devices as he went off into the forest to stare at his navel and discover the reason of existence. I'm taking issue with Buddha. Buddha was a sort of a 30-something bloke, well off in Nepal, 2,500 years ago, who went off into the woods and tried to sort of be ascetic and didn't like it, and decided that there must be a middle way. And meanwhile, Mrs. Buddha was giving birth and looking after their child back in the royal palace in Nepal. I mean, you know, he was a rich prince, yes. Prince Harry. I mean, you know, it's you know, easy targets, shooting a fish in a barrel, isn't it? Prince Harry and royal family and all that business. I mean, why not? If you want fish and they're in a barrel, just shoot them. God, 3 glasses of wine and I've gone berserk. I think at this point, I'm looking. I'm 12 minutes in, and I've insulted the major religions and sort of the upper echelons of society. So I'll have to go to Menicam and switch to what makes me Kichigaii. A Kichigaii, and I have to go here, and I have to press start playlist, start. Here we go. There we are. I've forgotten where this is. It's somewhere in Tokyo. Somebody wondering about one of the usual things I do. I've gone all jittery. It's my computer. It's the CPU can't cope with all this going on. Never mind. So, yes, this is me without a guest, rambling on, insulting major religions, as I said. I shall desist from doing that. I mean, they have their place. I don't know. Oh, all right. There's subtitles. I didn't realize there were subtitles on this video that I've hijacked. But it was very sunny last week in Tokyo, apparently. So how are you all? Those of you joining now, and those of you watching after the event, leave a comment how you are, whether you're offended. I don't know. It's sunny here, actually. This is me at the end of the week. I've lost somebody. Oh dear. I've offended a Buddhist. I don't know. And it's a bright Sunday. I went out into town to go and get some wrapping paper for my youngest son's birthday present. Oldest son's birthday present. I can sort that out. I know Tokyo, but where? Hang on. I have to go here, go to my YouTube history and see what I've hijacked, because I can't remember where it was. Library. Oh, it's Kamakura. That's right, Kamakura. Middle of February. It's what, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Somebody wandering around there. It'll become obvious that it's Kamakura, presumably at some point. This is that main shop. If anybody's been to Kamakura, this is the sort of the main shopping street, which is. It doesn't seem particularly crowded. When I was there, it was sort of heaving. Night Riders gal, hey, hello. You were sleeping. That's perfectly all right. All you've missed is the old folks boogie, me insulting the Buddha and the royal family, and we're now in Kamakura in the background. And Cobra T is here. She's just announced that to you. What's that? Yes. Yeah, so this is why when the horsewomen of the apocalypse join the show at the end of the month, or in April, not end of the month, in sometime in April. it'll be at a slightly different time, so that they're not asleep. But yeah, this is yes, this is Kamakura. I remember walking down this street and then going off in a side street to avoid it because it was too busy. There's a nice sort of temple at the end of it, and when I went, there was sort of on the way. There was it was a Shichigo-san, so it was like the 357 festival, and everybody was all dressed up and taking their little children to the temple, and also coming the other way from the temple was a traditional wedding. I thought, wow, I've seen a traditional wedding, and then I got to the temple, and there was about half a dozen traditional weddings going on, as well as Shichigo Han. So it was like Instagrammer's sort of wet dream. I quite like Kamakura. I've not explored. I've not been to the giant reclining Buddha bit, but I've been on the sort of the Enoden, Enoshima electric railway that goes around the coast there. And there's a cool bit that goes right through the middle of a town, and you've got cars going past you while you're on the train, and cyclists and motorcyclists. It's quite fun. That I could recommend it. Yes, it looks as sunny there as it is here today, but not quite as active. Most of the shops are they're open. You can go in, but all bars, restaurants, cafes, anywhere you can go and sit to eat. That's been closed since October last year. So, Vids, hello, nice to see you. You're awake, and you're probably as juiced up as me. I don't know. You might not be. You might be entirely sober, and I don't know. A power nap. Yes, I've heard that people our age do that sort of thing. I've yet to try it. I do. I have tried it. It fails miserably. I can't switch my mind off long enough. Unfortunately, there's nobody here, so switching my voice off is a different matter. So we're represented. We're represented here from two sides of the planet, and a bit in the middle. Me and Pepper were the bit in the middle. But we've got Pacific Coast, and then if you keep going round, you've got Phil, who's on the other end. Call of Duty Warzone. Oh, I played Metal Gear Solid 5 last night on my PS3. I prefer it on the PS4, which my son's got better graphics. But you're watching but not watching. Okay. That counts as a view on YouTube, so I don't care. So your life, Cobra T, consists of sort of small waking moments between power naps. Okay. I read a story once that was quite interesting, sort of where people would randomly black out around the world. Sort of the entire population would black out as if they'd all taken a power nap, and they'd wake up, and the whole sort of social and political and historical situation would have changed, and they couldn't remember. I mean, before they blacked out and when they went to sleep, everything was like hunky dory. And then when they woke up, there was some crisis going on, and then they had another power nap, and the crisis kept getting worse. It was a science fiction story. Blimey, vodka. I can't even remember the last time I had vodka. I think it was about 30 years ago. in my misspent youth. Philip K. Dick, yes. Yes, I used to read science fiction. I used to go when I was about 15 at school. I like looked in the local paper and saw an advert for a philosophy class or club that was held in the local library, and I went along, and I was the youngest member of the I became the youngest member of the club, and we talked about various like sort of philosophers and their philosophies, and then we all went to the pub, and there we talked about science fiction. You don't get a hangover with vodka. That's strange. It's probably something. Yes, it's probably because it's pure. It's yes. I remember at school once. Speaking of alcohol, and some friends, and they were good at science, and they came in one day with this bottle, and they'd made ethanol. We tried sipping that. Sugar, yes, sugar is bad for everything. Does your brain in, makes you fat. I've been trying to cut it down. It's very addictive. That's the thing. Night Rider's Gal is a night person. This is why we're going to do the show at 10 p.m. evening time. I have to look that up. What 10 p.m. evening time is in this part of the world? Whether it means I have to get up some ungodly hour. I shall do that. I shall do that for the four of you guys, regardless. Yes, Night Rider's Gal, I was telling Cobra T that I might have a go at trying to animate her avatar so that when she talks on her microphone, the snake will talk. But the rest of you, I want you to appear, in your Cobra T hoodies. That would be cool. Everybody, yes. I don't know whether you this is official merchandise of yours, Cobra T. Whether it's available. You're perfectly welcome to put the link in the comments here. But if anybody wants a Cobra T hoodie with her avatar logo on the back, go and buy one. Yes, daytime is rather too bright. It's good for me because this is like free lighting. I got another light here. What happens if I switch this on? Not a great deal, so I'll switch it off. Okay, right. So coming into the comments here is some merchandise that is not related to the show at all, but you will be providing support to a habitual napper. Hey, he's taking a long time going down this street, isn't he? I mean, come on, hang on. Perhaps if I can I fast forward it? Let's have a look. I want to get to some temples and stuff. It's a bit dull, really, isn't it? Playlist. There we go. Let's jump forward a bit. Oh yes, there we are. This is the way up to the temple. Yes, that's better. This is where I saw the bride and her groom. Bride in the traditional sort of costume coming down here as I was walking along, and I thought, wow, I'm lucky. And then I got to those holes at the end there, and there's like two other people getting married there as well. Oh no, he's not gone that way. He's turned left. I didn't turn left. I remember I went up to those holes before, and Japanese schoolgirls came up to me as you do, and asked me in English, which was rather good because my Japanese is crap. Why I'd come to Kamakura and what I was in, and they, oh no, that's right. They were telling me the history of the place. That was rather good. I mean, not just random Japanese school. I think it was a project or something, a school thing that they'd been told to do. You don't know about appearing on screen? Blimey! So I've got to draw pictures of you all, so that it's only likely that Mindy's mom might appear. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, would it be okay with me having your like Facebook and or Instagram photos? I mean, they're public, so I mean, so people could see. This is not a snake, and this is not a woman in a mask. I don't know. Okay, you'll give me a message. Okay, cool. Cobraty's still looking for her merchandise link. I often wondered whether I should do merchandise. I have merchandise from my old show, which is available on Zazzle. I don't know whether it's still available. You could get T-shirts, skateboards, ties, baby's underwear, all printed with the logo of my old show. I have a watch with the logo on and a T-shirt. Didn't make any money, but it looked rather cool. I didn't come up as a link. Perhaps cut off the http www.http and just put it in like that, and then people will just have to copy paste it and perhaps it. Right. So yeah, Lady M doesn't want to be. Well, that's fine. I might message her on Instagram and see if it's okay just to have her Instagram profile photo or something like that. I mean, she's been on Instagram publicly, before with various footballers. I seem to remember American footballers. A sixth person has joined. Either that or my my YouTube thing is slow, and there are 6 people. I have to count. Right, let's go. Cobra T, Peppo, Just Samurai. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vids. Who else? Who else is there? Somebody here lurking. Hello, lurker. Make yourself known. Say hello to people in chat. I did think about doing another out and about video, but oh, they've gone. I've scared them off. I didn't even insult another major religion. Oh. Next week on the Simon NoChaNoMa show, I diss Jainism. Yes. That was where the Kichigaii was going on, up there. Behind us here was a little sort of hall, and there was somebody getting married in that. I've gone quiet, haven't I? A moment of silence, meditative moment. We're halfway through the show, and perhaps now we can judge whether what context of Kichigaii I fulfilled. Yes, it was. I mean, I enjoyed that. It was cold though, blooming cold. 5 degrees it was. Oh, and I did go to that. I did go to that tea room at the end, where I said, "Oh, that smells." There was some nice cooking smells coming from there. I thought I might go to it. I didn't do any Instagram pictures or anything, but I went there and it said chicken burgers, like homemade chicken burger. Oh, that looks nice. Didn't see a price. And they had a little like apple tart. And I thought, oh, that was €4, which is about $4. I thought, well, I'll have one of those. And a coffee, that was $4. And she asked me, would I like sweet potato fries with it? Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't see the price of that. And so I thought, it'll be sort of, I can, I'm treating myself. I'm having it like a post-show day out meal, something I rarely do. So I ordered that and sat down and waited for it all, and I got my coffee first, and other people came in and ordered stuff and took it away because it was all quite quick stuff that they had. And then I got my chicken burger, and it was, not huge, but in a tray with some salad and there were like what was it? There's some pepper, sliced pepper in there mixed in with it, and some sauce and what are those purple things? Not those courgettes, and a thing that looks like a purple courgette. I can't remember what it's called. Eggplant or whatever. Yeah, an eggplant. That was slices of that in it, and so nothing huge or spectacular. And it all came to about $31 or €31. So I didn't say anything because I just, I'd ordered it and I couldn't say, bloody hell, that's a lot of money for what that is. And I went and sat in my car and ate it all. The sweet potato fries are very good, but I won't be doing that in a hurry. That was like three dinners worth that I would normally eat during the week in one session. When you talk the week before that, when I just like popped my phone in my gimbal and went downstairs and out of my front door. Yes. So have you seen the one where I went to the park in Antwerp? Hello. Ooh, I'm going through a Tory. Oh, hang on a minute. Yes, I have been through these Tory before in real life. €31. Yes, indeed, Peppo. I mean, that's like a 3-course meal at a restaurant nearly. And it was just a burger in a box with a admittedly sort of quite deep box of sweet potato fries that were all very nice. And the cake was nice. This was a little apple cake. And the coffee was okay, and the burger was okay. But blimey, yes, half of that price would have been better. Okay. It's me wandering around a park in the cold, with German bunkers, not German bunkers, defensive bunkers, and 18th century houses, and very pretty toilets. I seem to remember English cottage style toilets. Yeah, we got a treat waiting for you there. And you look Cobra T, and perhaps if you just type it in without the sort of like the URL, but just like the name, and then people can just add the URL extension. And because is it some kind of website where you can go and get your clothing? There will be a treat waiting for it. No, I'm saying no, Phil. God. Just watch the replay. You'll see what I mean. Dear God. Teespring. Yes, Teespring. My old mate Dean from Three Old Dudes, he did some merchandise on there. Teespring website. If you go to the Teespring website, what do we type in? Cobrat? Do we type in Cobrat in the search bar? I mean, can you get it on anything, that logo? And they're coming back. That's what I did. I came back down these steps as well. There was another temple I wandered off to as well. I had a rather nice time. And then I went to a tea room. I remember I was like hungry and went back into the main town. And where can I go? And there was a tea room, a tea room called 1967. I thought, oh, well, that's rather cool name for a tea room. So I went into that and ordered I thought like toast with egg or something like that. I can't remember. In Japanese, I think. Or I pointed to it in the menu. It was also fairly expensive for what it was, but Kamakura, you couldn't really sort of. I don't know, who's that? Hang on, that's either somebody twitching or it's one of my Instagram friends from Liverpool in England. What did she say? Right, she's asking how are things in Antwerp. Pretty good in Antwerp. Phil would know. Pretty good in Antwerp. As far as I know. There's a bit down the road. Sorry, I'm just like social mediating. This is very rude. I'm a Kichigaii. The Antwerp of 25 years ago was probably cooler, and yes, I should imagine it would be. Now it's been dug up. I mean, they've dug up the oh dear, I dropped the mic. My mic. Excuse me. Click on Cobra Tea. Okay, if you go to Teespring, click on Cobra Tea. Okay. Can we click on Cobra Tea? What happens if we click on Cobra Tea? Can you see it? Hang on. Did you post it, Peppo? Let's have a look. Does it show up? No, it doesn't. I don't think you can post links in comments. That's the thing. That's some kind of like not allowed or something like that. Where are we now? Oh, walking all the way back down to the town, going back over the bridge, just going back the way he came. All right, okay. Cobrat, as I calls you. Oh, did you see I's latest Kyoto video, Cobra Tea? That was cool. She went to a couple of places that I've been to, which was rather fun. I have tried contacting I on the 4 times that I've been to Japan. And the first 2 times I sort of messaged her and said I'm going to be there, but our schedules did not coordinate, so I never got to see her, unfortunately. Yes, that and that garden, that imperial garden. I'd quite like to go to that next time I go. and she went into some restaurant in Pontocho in Kyoto. At least I think it was. I mean, the first one looked like it was that street that she was in looked like Pontocho. And I've been there a couple of times in that street. It's nice. I would need to what? I would need to put your link. I'm not quite sure. I shall do it if I know what it is. If I need to do it. You mean the video? Yes, it is. It was only a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it's a better quality. This I put this on the lowest quality so that it doesn't tax my computer too much, and also so that I appear sharp in the foreground, and this appears slightly blurred and bokeh effect in the background. All right. So hang on. I have to go to. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. XX shift lock Cobrat. Do shift lock XX. Cobra T YouTube. Show you Cobra T Teespring. There we go. Jolly good. Cobra T Teespring. Copy. StreamYard. Let's have a look. See whether this works. Paste. Well, it's appeared for me. Has it appeared in comments? I mean, no, I can do that afterwards. Once I've finished rabbiting on and you've all gone home and gone to sleep or whatever, I can put it in the replay thing. It does appear. There we go. Jolly good. Just obviously, yes, in StreamYard it works, but when StreamYard gets to YouTube, YouTube has obviously filters or something. Hooray! Jolly good. I've done something right. I've achieved something today. Is Teespring better than Amazon merch? No, it's all much of a muchness. Basically, you've got to have people that want it, and you've got to have people that like followers who want it. Doesn't matter where you put it. Teespring, Zazzle, Amazon merch. Random people are not going to go for it. You've got to raise your social media profile to such an extent, or acquire so many followers that they will get it. Just putting it on the website, I don't think will make any difference. That's what I found. That's what I felt with Zazzle. We had like 300 subscribers, or more than 300 subscribers, on 3 old dudes. And theoretically, if they all bought something from Zazzle, some merchandise, we might have. We only got like 5% of whatever was sold. But I think in the 3 years that we had stuff going on there, we made about $2. You have shirts on Amazon and you never flog them in your videos. Well, there you go. Hang on, let's have a look. I've got this tab now. I'll open it. A cloth face mask. I thought that was a pair of underpants at first. All right. A vest, a hoodie, a bum bag, a cup, a cushion, and a mug, and a t-shirt. I think the hoodie is cool. Blimey. No, I can't afford that. A sticker. Ooh. Report this store and its designs. I don't know why. It's all fairly innocent. Hang on, why is that hoodie more expensive? Zip hoodie? Oh, because it's got a zip in it. It's $1. It's €1 more expensive because it has a zip in it. Okay. What is the origin of the avatar? That's curious. I'd like to find that out. What is the origin of your Cobra avatar? Ah, you have the thing for coffee cups. Did you see the advert, Phil? That was that bit in the advert where the guy is pouring the coffee and he moves for some strange reason he moved the little figurine of Peter Rabbit, which is why I zoomed in on it in the advert. Not quite sure why he did that. And he was playing Beethoven music, but there's a coffee bar in Amayokacho in Ueno. And you have to sort of wander down Amayokacho and go off into the sort of the covered shopping area. And there's a little alleyway, and you go into this little alleyway, and there's just a sign and a door. Luckily, I had Google Maps to tell me where it was. And you go in, and there's a room for about 5 people to sit down. And this guy does this rather nice coffee, and you have to choose your own cup. And he has all these cups hanging up. And he plays like classical music while he brews the coffee, and he's really into sort of England, so that was good. And I was able to show him pictures on my phone of the Lake District because he had this Peter Rabbit thing, and so we got on fine. And that's what appears in the advert there. Also in the advert, you'll see I blurred it out. I blurred it out, but you see me doing purikura in Shibuya with Aussie Awesome and my friend Nuts and my friend Sandy, who all of whom have appeared on the show. And we went the other day in Shibuya together. We did some purikura. So I have done purikura, and I appeared as a 51-year-old man with pink lipstick and cat ears, which is why I blurred it out. Right, hang on. How do I reverse that? I can't reverse it. I'm just going to. This is my hang on. Where's this? This is from my friend on Instagram from Liverpool. Does it work? You're just doing my YouTube. Sorry, it's like I'm multitasking here. Hang on. Here. He touches things oddly. He's very sort of like yes, kind of. Who is that? Oh no, hang on. Just my friend from Nagoya. Your gaming name. Your niece drew the avatar. Oh, well, I'm going to try and use that in the after this, because I don't have to pick my son up anymore. He's got his own car, so he can come at any time. So I'm going to sort of not go outside into the fresh air and sunshine. I'm going to try and animate your niece's avatar. See whether it works. Multitasking. Men and multitasking. No, it's yes. Men are actually just all male organisms are actually just a heavily mutated female form. All female fetuses. This is random, boring information that you don't really need to know. All female fetuses up to the age of a few weeks, all fetuses up to the age of a few weeks are female, and then the chromosomes and the hormones kick in and modify it depending on the genetic information into a male for the sole purposes of protecting you from viruses, which is what I read about. The purpose of sexual reproduction is to avoid destruction of the species by viruses, because if everybody reproduced asexually, if all living things reproduce asexually, one virus could wipe out an entire population. So in order to avoid that, they reproduced sexually. Sorry, I'm rambling. He would sell top hats. Hello. Hang on. Well, we're not averse to pink blossoms, I don't think. We can be still manly and sit under the cherry blossoms. Deary me. That's rather good wine. It's rather effective. 15% alcohol. Domaine Les Ondines. Grenache and Syrah. It was on offer. It was normally about €9, but it was half price, less than half price. So I may go back and get some more because it's rather good. Yes, it's. I mean, until a few years ago, I never knew that either. Night Rider's Scowl. I mean, this is for all species, not just human beings. But it explains a lot, really. The actual male version of the original, females are the original of the species, and males are a natural mutation purely for the fact of being able for the species to be able to reproduce. But they are put under a lot of kind of biological stress, as it were, to create this thing, this like natural mutation, which is why men don't last as long. Basically, why the males are not, although they may be sort of through testosterone and muscles and everything be physically robust, they're not good at long-term endurance. What type was it again? What type? Hang on. What type of what, Cobra T? Fetus? I don't know. You learn things on this show, whether you want to or not. This is it, Phil. The dam has burst. We're wetting everybody with our enthusiasm. Wine. Oh, sorry, wine, not fetuses. Okay. No, you can't see. That's a bit. It's what's it? Domaine Les Ondines. Oh, Jeremy Onde is the proprietor. Jeremy Ondine at wanadoo.fr or domainelesondines.net. Yeah, it's even digital. Digital wine. There we are. It's very good. I have 5 bottles left of some very potent Belgian beer in the fridge as well. That was also rather good. I was debating whether to have beer or wine, but the beer I drink a lot quicker. And even though it's only 8% volume, seems to hit me. I mean, I had some last night, only half a bottle. Oh, did I have the full? No. Yes, I had the half a bottle. And that kind of hit me. I do my morning exercise routine to convince myself that I'm being fit, and then when I get home from work, I have half a bottle of very strong Belgian beer and scarf down a load of jam butties and destroy all my efforts. What Peppo said, yes. Les Ondines, Domaine Les Ondines. Blush wine. I presume that blush wine, by that you mean sort of I forgot what it's called. Help me! I've had a brain fart and can't remember. What's the sort of like the wine that's in between white wine and red wine? Rosé. That's it. Sorry, rosé. You like rosé? That's the one. Yes, Phil. Yes, rosé. Yeah. There was one particular kind of rosé that I quite liked. Oh, right. Well, yeah, biblically, women were formed from a man's rib, but that's basically, guess. Look up Lilith and pre-Yahwist is Jewish religion, and sort of the in that period prior to, God had a wife, and God's wife. God's name's the name of God's wife was Lilith, God being Yahweh, and she was the boss basically, until the switch happened from matriarchy to patriarchy, and that's why sort of Eve got created from Adam, which was a flipping of the facts, as it were. It's all to do, things I do in my spare time, reading about prehistoric religion. Treadmill. Yeah, my eldest son has one of those exercise bikes. It's like very enthusiastic for the first week. You're listening but playing games. Yes, it's all going in subliminally. You'll come away with an inferiority complex that you're a man who is actually a mutated woman, and and you will have lost all faith. I'm wetting you with my enthusiasm from my font of knowledge. This has been Simon NoChaNoMa in the Kichigaii episode. Hang on, let's go. I'm getting bored of Kamakura because he's not going to the he's just going back to the shops. There we go. I did. Yes, I was rather curious. When I was walking up the road to that temple, and I was like taking video, I did see a shop, and there was a rather attractive young woman in a kimono stood outside in a shop on the street with a bowl with what appeared to be sort of cream in it, and she was whipping it. And I was like, "What the hell is going on?" But it was rather good. You've lost the stream. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hey. Okay, you're back. Okay, there was a glitch. There was a glitch in Miyagi. So you missed the bit about the girl in the kimono whipping the cream. Oh well. No, that's we lost one. We Phil was temporarily his enthusiasm got the better of him, and he got all wet. Caused a short circuit in his internet. There's a YouTube error. Yes, it's probably because we're talking about religion, and some kind of algorithm kicked in. Oh, that'll be my friend from Liverpool. I'm actually live, Kimberly. So the audience now knows I'm talking to you. So if you're in Instagram, which some of you are, look up Kimberly FSZ, all one word, and that's my Instagram friend. It's a Lilith conspiracy. Can't say that very fast. She sells seashells on the seashore. It's a Lilith conspiracy. I've gone over my hour, and I've not shut up for. There were 2 points in the show where I went quiet. I save it up all week. That's the thing. I spend the week talking Dutch to work colleagues, mostly about work, and not much else. So that's my English dams up for the week, and then the dam bursts on a Saturday, and you all get flooded. And thankfully, you appreciate it, which is good. So next week on the show, it could be this young Japanese lady, if she ever gets back to me. If she meant by could she skip it this time was like Japanese politeness for, oh no, sorry, I don't want to do it at all ever. Or it could be, she just meant that this weekend was a bit short notice. So she could be the guest next week. At the end of the month, it could be Jaded in Japan again. And next month, you'll have to wait. Next month, it could be the Gang of Four. And hopefully they'll all have their hoodies, even though you won't be able to see them. Perhaps you'll see one of them. I don't know. I don't know whether my computer can cope with 4 animated avatars and me. But for now, I better round up before I dry up. And because the dam has burst and there's not much left. I probably have to go and make another coffee or something. There's some trouble. Yes. I'm waiting for Night Rider's Gal to sort of message me about you guys and what we're going to do and how we're going to do it and what time. Animate myself. Oh yes. Oh dear. The Simon NoChaNoMa puppet. So thank you for watching, keeping me company, letting me rabbit on like this. And I hope you enjoyed it. And you now know what Kichigaii means. That it means an enthusiastic person, not someone who's a lunatic. Or maybe not, I don't know. But we'll see you all again next week, hopefully. And with or without a guest. Do I care? Do you care? Who cares? Well, it's all going to be there. We could all be animated. This is nothing like a good bit of animation. So, I mean, this is me rounding up now. It's time to say goodbye. So I'd like to say thank you all for joining, and I hope you enjoyed the show. And those watching after the event, as I always say, watching after the event, please like, subscribe, post, whatever, don't, who cares? I'm not bothered. But see you all again next week. Okay. Cheerio, folks. I better hit that button. I'm going to hit the button. It's the only way to stop. See you, folks. Cheerio.